Okay. So let me just make sure to see that the stream is up. Not that one. Yep. Okay. Right. So this one is going to be a little bit different from my normal games that I play. First and foremost, it's Hollow Knight. So there's not much of a story actually behind it. As you all may or may not have known, Silk Song released near the end of last year, I believe, if I'm getting my dates correctly. And to make a long story short, I didn't really give it much attention. I was glad it came out for the people who really wanted to play Silk Song for however long it's been, almost a decade since Hollow Knight came out. But I found myself not really interacting with any of the hype due to the fact that I basically never played Hollow Knight. And it wasn't until I saw someone play Silk Song on Twitch, in which I found interesting aspects of it, something like juggling, using enemies to I guess bounce off of and regain air actions afterwards. I got a little bit more interested in it, and by that I mean I was interested enough to try out Hollow Knight and see what it is I was missing, considering the fact that I've owned this game for like, I think this year makes 4 years, and I haven't actually played more than a half an hour's worth, and most of that half an hour was me trying to see if I can get this thing running on OBS so that what's the word I'm looking for here? So that I can actually stream the game. With that being said, I don't really have anything more to talk about, so let's begin. In the wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none could tame our savage souls yet. You, the challenge met, under palest watch you taught, we changed, base instincts we were redeemed, a world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. From Elegy of Hollowness by Monotone the Teacher. What fun. Excuse me. So, this is more or less, okay, well, not entirely speaking, but we're very close to my maximum playtime playing this game already. How do you say? Yeah, I don't know. I guess this opened up a very interesting conversation about the Steam Holiday Sale. I didn't anticipate getting into. But, whatchamacallit, that games are so affordable on the Steam Holiday Sale that people are likely to pick up almost any type of game regardless of the genre. And whether or not they get to it is an entirely different question. I don't know, a lot of good has come out of that holiday sale for me. I got into Blaze Blue because of that holiday sale, but at the same time, so many games stay unplayed on my Steam thing. Higher beings, higher beings, these words are for alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul, and you shall achieve feats of which others can only dream. Collect soul by striking enemies. Once enough soul is collected, hold B, then focus and heal. That's interesting. So, okay, listen, bear with me, okay? Like I said, we are closer actually than we were before to reaching my maximum amount of play in this game. But I didn't realize that this was a tutorial the whole time. I was purposely skipping it, again, just to see, is everything okay? Does this game run well? So on and so forth. So, like, this being a tutorial you opt in to read is really interesting. I like that a lot. Oh, okay. So, we have finally exceeded my maximum amount of playtime that I've played with this game. Okay, well, need to heal now. What did I want to say beforehand? Yeah, okay, so considering that Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania, that is a genre that I have that is a genre I have a very interesting relationship with, being that outside of Metroid, I don't necessarily have much experience with it. I've bought a lot of Metroidvanias in my day, from Guacamelee to... sure. Oh, it gives me 2 extra hit points. Okay. Guacamelee to Cave Story, but I've never actually got around to finishing any of them. I couldn't really label a particular reason as to why, it just didn't dawn on me. I guess it's also because those games like that aren't what's the word I'm looking for? Suitable to a type of like non-committal play style, where, you know, a person can jump in, jump out, and have absolutely no consequences as to, you know, the skill that they lose per se. It's not one of that, because the quote-unquote skill is navigation in Metroidvania. Okay. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom of Palinus. Okay. And quite the drop, alright. And going back that way. Dirtmouth, the fading town. Hi. Oh, there we go. Traveler, I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quite, you see. Quiet, blah. The other residents, they've all disappeared. Headed down that well one by one into the caverns down below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into the depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, the darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. What? Well, watch out now. It's a sickly air that fills this place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. Oh, wait. Okay, so resting takes away my extra hit point. I'll keep that in mind. So, something I noticed very early on, this game doesn't have a pause button of any kind. That's very interesting. For all your mapping supplies, we will be opening soon. Anyways, this game doesn't have a pause button, which, I don't know. I've been kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Apprehensive to play some games with a lack of a pause button. Stone door with a simple lock, due to the fact that basically anything can happen to me in my life, and you know, without a pause button, anything's fair game. I have no means of taking a break unless I turn the game off, which, you know, that can inspire in a unique type of challenge that I haven't really thought to engage with at all in terms of video games, but I don't know. I don't very much so like it. I'm not accustomed to it. Okay, I guess I'm going down now. Want to talk about it? No? Alright. I don't want to talk about it either. So, something that's really interesting to me about streaming is actually the fact that most streamers play their games for the first time on stream. Considering the fact that this is what I am doing, I have no room to talk, but I do find it kind of interesting due to the fact that, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of experiences that you can have with the game, I am brute-forcing it right now, I gotta slow down. A lot of experiences you can have with the game are sometimes a bit better experienced through your own lonesome, for lack of a better term. Okay, I can say this a bit better. With certain games, it's easier to pay attention to very small things on your own than interacting with the chat. I just think it's very interesting how a lot of people nowadays consume video games, because it's very easy to get lost in the sauce when you're concentrating too much on talking, like I'm doing right now. Travelers of Hollow Nest, descend through the verdant wilds and fertile groves to the city at the kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. Okay. Wait. Oh no. What if? Hang on. Clearly, I don't have the capability of taking it. So, I guess that's a question to throw out. I gotta watch that first. A question to throw out is, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that gates your progression in a Metroidvania. I don't know. How do people feel about that? Because I know for a fact that people complain about Metroid Dread being like way too linear.
Oh, ダンチャツだ。
Hello there. Come down and explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. I have a fondness of exploring myself, getting lost and finding your way again. This is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? How much? I don't know. Hold LB to view a map of the current area. Okay.
Çok gerek
A map can
değil.
be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are if you're not. Okay, if you've not headed in the 4 directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife Azelda. She's now opening our new shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. Oh, I dropped the voice. I pop back up to see whenever I finish mapping the area. She's always excited to see me. Okay. Oh, okay. That's where I am. I'm in the bottom left corner, and there's a boss in the middle, and that thing to the right. Okay. Right. So linearity in Metroidvanias, because like to an extent they need to be linear. Right? I mean, when you think about it, every game, to an extent, has to be linear. Otherwise, how would people be able to beat it? What the heck was that? But later. Oh, right. Yeah, so to an extent, every video game has to be linear. There has to be an intended path. I don't know. I guess I feel that sometimes people, personally speaking, all of this is my own personal opinion. I have nothing to draw from but my own personal experiences. But, you know, sometimes certain games get a little, too well known for their own good, not in any particular fault of said game, and expectations get put onto other games that have no interest in following in that game's footsteps. First, let me get some money. I'm talking about Super Metroid, by the way. A game that is as good as people say it is, but unfortunately, expectations of that game alone, in its own series, lead people to have very high expectations, understandably so. But at the end of the day, a video game is a video game. Certainly. I made a mistake. When the creator of Super Metroid says that he purposely made fusion easier because Super Metroid was too hardcore of a game, what do you say to that? Where am I? I think, did I hit the middle section where that big enemy head is? Maybe. Okay, so the map drawer was in the bottom left. Okay, no, I didn't. Okay. Sure. I don't think I can get up there. Yeah, but there's money, so we're making progress. Are you sure there's nothing here? My sprite is disappearing. That's like, okay. So if you haven't played many Metroidvanias, I don't know, dude, who's watching this and hasn't played many Metroidvanias? That's like a telltale sign of something being there. Like your sprite just vanishes. Oh, it's here. Ah! Back up. Okay. Yeah, your sprite just vanishes. And normally that means that something is there. Man, these animations are actually amazing. I know I haven't been talking much about it, but like seriously, it's actually great. It's surprising, right? But then again, that's like the thing about these indie games, is that they like really pop off in areas you don't expect them to pop off in. And in retrospect, that's also probably why Hollow Knight Silksong took so long to come out. Okay. There's a bit of a delay between swings. I'll have to remember that. But on that topic as well, is this a path? No. Dude, come on. Dude. All right, hang on. How is this not a path? Is this gonna happen a lot? Am I just gonna get thrown off? Yeah, yeah, but indie games. So until like recently, like literally this year, I was not actually big in the indie game scene. Until I played Gravity Rush for the first time. A lot of people were saying that indie games are really what's keeping the game industry alive. And I suppose they mean that in terms of like creativity. I'm gonna do this the whole night. Anyways, in terms of creativity, and I wasn't a big believer in that for the longest period of time. And then I played Gravity Circuit. Are you a friend? No, you're not. Step back. Step back. And then I played Gravity Circuit, which... Sure. Which changed my perspective on a lot of things by giving me a Mega Man Zero style game. When I wasn't expecting really anything to. If anything, because X is the popular one. And X, well, I say X is the popular one, but when Capcom had the opportunity to provide Mega Man, they chose classic Mega Man. I'm not saying that that's a bad choice. It really isn't. It's a fantastic choice because, we got something. We got something rather than nothing. But in terms of popularity, it's X over Zero. At least in terms of gameplay styles. In terms of like actual likability of characters, it's hard to say. Never forget they put Zero in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and they relegated X into a costume. That was a real thing that happened by Capcom themselves. Oh, okay. Okay, so I can kind of juggle myself on enemies. Like, I kind of knew that, but I didn't know, like, to what extent I could do that. Alright, where am I? Well, I'm probably in the far right now, and all these pathways are here. Okay, so let's go bottom path for first. What's up? Oh, bench. Well, it's not like I have blue health anymore. So... okay. So here's what I thought would have happened. Oh, I can move when looking at this. So here's what I thought would have happened is that the areas that I explored would have been filled up on the map. It did not. So, okay. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Mega Man Zero. Its popularity. Oh well, I think I actually reached the end of that conversation, so not much more to bring out there. To the left is the boss? No, to the left is the hallway to the boss. Hey, it's good. Oh no! Okay. I underestimated you. So, that's actually something that's really cool about the animations in this game, that they legitimately have... Okay, slow down there, Speedy. That they have some kind of genuine effect on the enemies themselves. How many games can I say play like that? At least in 2026. I don't know. Launch. Okay. So, hope for the best. Alright, work. Variable jumps. Gotta love them. Okay, I knew the second I stopped concentrating that was gonna happen. Okay, that's fine, sure. This is... You hear that? Well, alright then. See you around. Okay. So I can feign innocence a bit, but I'm not going to, just for the sake of my honesty. I do know that, because again, the live stream, that you can use this to bounce off of sharp platforms like that, but I'm going to play the intended okay, so a little bit more honesty on my behalf and as to what I experienced. I've seen Hollow Knight streams in the past. It wasn't just the one with Silk Song. However, it wasn't also much either. It's not a whole lot to get information out of. But with that being said, the amount of information that I got out of these things was you can repeatedly juggle yourself on enemies. And that's about it. Okay, there is a whole mess of things to do. Alright, fair enough. So that's, okay, let me see here. So right from the boss is a train station. Left is the boss. I think, considering the fact that we already sat at the bench, let's just take on the boss, see where that leads us. Oh, this is so nice. This is so nice. I was expecting a Mega Man X style of progression, where if you leave an area, if you leave an area, you will have to fight the enemies again, but it seems that that only is a thing if you sit at benches. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who's crying? Who's crying? Let me stop trying to shortcut this and do it the obvious way. Nothing. Really? Nope. I'm good. I don't need to figure that one out. Okay, no. Looks like I'm wrong. But it happened in those other two doors. Very interesting. How far to the boss? Oh, a little bit. Oh. How do you do, sir? Okay. Nope. Short people only. Listen. You gotta chill out. You too. Yeah, this should be it, I think. It looks like an arena. There's a locked door. That thing up there is breakable, isn't it? Okay, come on, let's do this. Boom. Stay. Ow! Okay. You didn't see that. Totally didn't just misplace my jump there. Alright. What's good? Okay. My computer couldn't handle it. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. There we go. I think I got a bit of a rhythm here. Okay. So the big jump, he doesn't, yeah. Should heal it. There we go. Why did I do that? I should have just walked under him. Under him. Under him. Dude, I'm like that dude from The Simpsons that couldn't decide whether he wanted the inside Springfield or out. Alright, here we go. That was a terrible attack. Yeah, but he can't hit the corners. I gotta pay attention to the ceiling. I got. There we go. Yes. Can you hit this corner? Kind of. Son. Didn't die to the first. You can't see that. I just got the first trophy of the game. City Crest. Okay. What is a City Crest? Yes. Alright. I couldn't go, obviously. I couldn't go into all my thoughts in that fight. The fact that his attack came delayed from his hammer threw me off a lot. I don't know, it was easy to dodge. I just didn't expect it to be so slow. You know what it is? You expect a fastball pitch. Oh, alright. There's so much for exploring that. You expect a fastball pitch, and instead he tosses a slow ball at you, and my rhythm is just thrown off. Does this lead back to oh, I mean, technically yes. Sorry I missed you. If you're feeling lost, why not pop to our store in Dirtmouth and purchase a map for the area. Available now for an excellent price. Thanks, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Something about this area tells me that the floor is gonna collapse. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe it's just my experience with the last boss. Okay. Do I have to fight you? Sure, I guess. What do you want? What is this creeping... Who is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange and empty face. Wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you into Holland's corpse. But I won't ask what. Perhaps your reason you found is because you need my help. Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift. Oh. It's fine, I don't need it. Tap B to unleash this. Spells deplete souls, and you replenish them by striking. And wait, what? What did you do to me?
Bueno, bien, mea.
Oh, you were kind less. I apologize. Perhaps I should have warned you about the power of that spell. I was watching over you while you slept, but seemed to have slipped away myself. Now that you're awake, I was wondering whether you would do me a small favor. No. as a repayment, simply because now we're friends. I don't know who you are. Did you lock me here? You see, a hard, great beast has made its home in the heart of this temple. Such disrespect, I would be grateful if you were to venture deeper and slay it for me. It's a hardy creature, but with your weapon, you're more than a match for it. Good luck with this small favor, my friend. How? Why? Let me go. If we're friends, friends give each other freedom, dude. Oh. So it's really nice. Okay. Is this going to be a long quest? Probably. Oh, probably not. Oh, whoa. Whoa, Sunny Jim. I could probably use my new attack, but why would I do that? Got this. It's a nail, right? Pretend that works. I'm pretty sure the bug guy uses the nail. Yeah, sure. Meant to do that. Ignore the fact that I got hit. Yeah, this isn't even on the map. Okay, it's the... Good. Alright. It's him. So what happens if I go this way? Wait, okay. Okay, so that restores the soul gauge. Yeah, let's see what's in here. I really don't expect to get hit. That's why I'm reacting like this. So, okay, I guess this is like a catch-22 of the game, where it's like, hey, you can have extra hit points, except you sit down at a bench, but you need to sit down at a bench in order to, I guess it's like a FromSoft game, where they're like to save your I'm not supposed to do that. Hang on. Okay, what if I do? Yeah. Except I don't have any more because I messed up. Thankfully, I thought of that. It's fine. It's a free hit. I didn't have those hits anyway. He double hit me at the last. I was about to say got through that without getting hit technically. What is this? To equip the charm, open up the charms at a bench. Acquire your first charm. Sure. Yo, let me out. So it's done. You've slain the beast. Good thing. Must have been. Pardon. Terrified of you. It used to be quite docile, but the rancid air in these caves filled it with some ancient rage. Still, you did what you had to do. You have my gratitude. Of course, we both know you wouldn't have gotten through without that spell of mine. Oh man, I'm so happy. So, Steam, as you all know, Steam will tell you whatever your people on your friends list are playing, but it didn't happen on screen. It happened on my computer, and like I'm looking at this, I'm looking at a screen through a screen. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm looking at it through OBS, that's what I'm trying to say. And look, the gate's been opened. Oh, I'm sure you're eager to move on. Farewell and have faith. Whatever you're seeking, it'll find you. Thanks for locking me up. Wait, no, I take that back. I don't thank you at all. To equip the charm, open the charmsman. Alright. Wait. What button do I hit? Wait. Hold on. Wait. What button is that? Is it? Dude. What? It didn't give me a button. Is this it? Okay. Alright, we're just... No. Hang on. Bear with me. I still don't have a pause menu. I have a map menu. Okay. I'm at a bench. Right? I'm in L2, L1, okay. R1, R2, triangle, square. Square gets me off the bench. Circle. I'm holding circle. Nothing happening. Dude. What? Is it a combo of buttons? What's going on? Okay. Nope. No. Okay, well, I guess I got here too early. That's like the only explanation I can think of. Where am I headed to? I'm here to the left. And I went here. And I didn't go upwards. Oh, brother. You know what? I'll just go back to the thingamajig, his wife's shop. Okay, and I can build or lose white points, soul points, by interacting with these guys. How many did it take to take down one of those behemoths? 4 shots? Ow. Might be here a while. The way I'm playing. Just play slow. Can't play wrong with this one. Except baseball players. So, okay, I was about to say, so these big bugs aren't as aggressive as the small flyers, but that just ain't true. Okay, you know what? Okay, no, it's crying guy. Never mind. What I was going to say, I wanted to fall down. Yes. Thanks. So, what I wanted to say is that I wanted to take out that guy to see what was behind him. It's actually better that I don't, because that allows me to remember him for next venture down. When you don't want to progress too much, otherwise you what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I don't want to progress too much above where I'm currently at, because if I do, I will probably forget some things.
Papa nada.
Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband that should be dealing with you, but what a surprise, he's headed down. Okay. I didn't expect my phone to have something to say about that. He's headed down below. He'll pop back up occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. It's not much interest in retail myself. Now, let's see what's here for me to sell. Let's see. Wayward Compass, highly recommended. If you're having trouble finding your way in the maze of ruins down below, try this charm. A quill, you'll need this if you want to update the map with new... yes, please. These pins will mark benches or other rest spots on the map. So do I need... This game said it had auto-saving, but do I need to sit down at a bench in order to activate a save? Useful if you're exhausted and need to find somewhere to sit. Have you seen those beautiful Excuse me, blue cocoons. I made these pins so that you could keep track of them. Use this pin to mark shopkeepers. Oh. Every so often you should pass by and see how they are doing. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Really? Alright. Hot spring pin, designed to keep track of Kingdom's hot springs. I haven't visited any myself. I wonder if Cornifer might take me sometime. Oh, that guy's name is Cornifer. I'm sure. Oh, this is her voice. She's talking about it. Ooh. Oops. These markers are new additions to the shop. You can use them to mark interesting spots. Wow. Okay. Shell marker. These markers are new additions. Use them. Oh, these. Okay. All right. So I recommend finding a way through the maze. It will pinpoint your location on the map. Incredible. Okay. So high priority. Filling out the map, in my opinion. So this, you know, I'm not even gonna try and like play like how far in the game can we get without using it, because like it's probably gonna be annoying to try and play like that, especially my first time through. Use these pins to mark shopkeepers or any interesting bugs you find on your travels. Every so often you should pass by and see how they're doing. Okay. Hot spring pin, scarab marker, and a shell marker. Bench pin. Do I want that? Yeah, probably. Okay, let me think of it this way, because I'm thinking of being frugal with my spending, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I went down there and got 600 dirt. I guess that's dirt. So like, I can buy some things. Let's get this. This seems useful. And blue cocoon. I mean, look, okay, so here's my thing about the blue cocoons, right? Is that even though they're useful, it's only useful if I'm about to take on a boss or something akin to that, like a mini boss. Other than that, this is going to be okay, it can be useful because I can go back to said areas, but I'm not sure how the respawns are in this game. So I don't know. Let's find where the benches are, and we'll stop it at that. Okay. Talk to you, old timer. I forgot what voice I gave him. A young couple has just recently taken up residence in the house beside the station. Seems they're running up a shop, which may excite adventurer types like yourself. She's a tall bug. Wife, I told them to make a larger house, especially given they're all empty, but they look like they were. Alright. I don't know what's happening, but the way that she has to bend just to get through the door, I wouldn't put up with that myself. Okay, yeah. Alright, so the map updates now when I sit down. Okay. Now the game is playing as I expected it to. Back in the dungeon. So, like, do I have a crouch? No, I don't. Well, then again, like, this is huge. So I don't necessarily need... And my character is tiny. So I don't really need to, like, sweep the floor, per se. What is in here? Yeah, sure. I thought this would be like something blocking the way, not a... Oh. This is the end of the game. Yep. This is a Ridley and Craig statue. Got it. I didn't have to be as, what's the word I'm looking for here? Careful with these guys as I thought. They fall pretty easily. Up or down? Let's go up. right, it only fills itself. Well, hello there. That's how I say hello. Hello. Bye. Okay, so I can't take up any of those calls. If it's good. What did that remind me of? I don't know. It's some old school cartoon. I couldn't name it off the top of my head. It's over here. No benches. Okay, so I'm in the upper right, and I just dropped down one floor. To the right of me is a thing. To the left of me is probably that place I didn't explore yet that I had to hit the switch for. So let's go right. I can't remember the rest of that one. Maybe I'll just hum it. I didn't realize we met the first time. Oh, hello again. Are you still running about? Why not join me down here? There's plenty of wealth in these rocks for anyone willing to put in a bit of work. Those crystals out there are worth a fair bit, but I have a feeling that there's even more valuable hidden just a bit deeper. I can almost smell it. You're welcome to join me. There's enough for both of us. Or if you don't feel like digging, you can just sit back and sing with me. Don't ask why I gave him that voice. It does not sound remotely close. But then again, I'm not really able to do high-pitched voices, at least anymore. Lost that ability when I turned into a teenager. Oh. Well. Hello? Up. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So. Nope. Get to the other side. Nope. Alright. I don't have the ability to interact with that yet. Yeah, so like I was saying, like, Metroidvanias are inherently linear, right? And this is no exception to the rule. This is very much so in the linear category right now, because where am I? I'm somewhere on the right side of the screen. And I just ain't able to interact with the rest of the world like that. And I don't know, I guess it's a very interesting topic to, just go into. The ironic linearity in these games that are supposed to be more non-linear, exploratory, I guess would be the better word for it. Holy smokes. Ooh, okay, that was close. But yeah, there's an intended path here, is what I'm trying to say, and I don't know, I don't think it's hard to think anything less of Hollow Knight, considering I'm only just now playing it, but I don't think that's not inherently a bad thing, especially since the game can very much so easily open up the further on I go in here. Yeah, these enemies are like way easier than I was giving them credit for. In fact, I was giving them too much credit. Come on. What do you mean that didn't work? That was a genius level strategy I had. heck? What? Oh! Oh, I didn't even realize. I mean, it makes sense. Makes sense that there would be a pathway down there. Or all the way to the left. So... Wait, and now these guys are gone. How do the respawns in this game work? Alright. Hey, keep going. Let's hit the bench and see if I can actually do anything now. Yes! Yes! That was actually hitting really good. That was really good. But that's like the cool thing about these games, right? Is that they have stuff like that, but if you think critically, you should be able to find the hidden stuff within. Anyway. So, no, get back on that bench. I need to know. Hang on. Wait a minute. It's, dude, I'm hitting every button I got. Which one is it? Did I not? Oh, what'd I do? Wait. Okay, interesting. If I hit... Wait. I don't... There's something that says LT charms. Okay, there we go. Haha. Yeah. Why didn't it tell me that? I guess, like, I was so far ahead that it couldn't tell me that, but, like... Okay, so... Wayward thingamajig to equip a charm. Zoom out. Charm. There we go. Why? Why is it like that? Okay, so what is this? Okay, let's get this. I mean, I don't know. Do I need it? It might be helpful. What is this? A toll machine. Insert. Oh, it's called Geo. Where would it take me? That's a good question. Okay, so there's... Where is that bug dude? He's on the far left. Is he bottom left or top left? He had to be top left because I saw him pretty early on. Okay. Right, so bug dude is top left. I'm about to head into another area anyway I slice it. Like, I don't know, I didn't explore the bottom right of the map. Oh boy. Okay, now we're getting into it. Since I'm right here, let's just figure this one out. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ring of the station bell. It echoed down the stag hallways, and you called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired after these many years, and I've forgotten much. The sound of the bell will always call me back. The stagways stench the depths of the hollow nest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform, and I will take you where you need to go. Cool. What? It was a long time ago, but I remember the highways and the crossroads pulsed with life. These are the paths I first carried passengers through when I was young. Yeah, dude, can you just take me somewhere? Those travelers are long gone, yet I still remain. Now it seems that just you and I are furtive creatures scratching and squirming all around us. Eager to travel the... Dude, what the heck? What? Eager to travel the stagways, just hop on the platform and give me a signal. And we'll soon be on our way. Okay. Oh, shoot. Travel here. We're already here, young one. Fair enough. I spent $50 to talk to someone. It's a very sad sentence. Okay. So I can go back down south and discover something. I don't know what it is I'd be discovering, but I could. Oh, and that's I thought that was a thing leading to the boss. That's a thing leading to the transportation bug that I totally forgot the name of. Okay. I got overconfident. I got it. So let's see where this train station takes us. Okay. Inspect. A door with an open... Great. Thanks. That really helped. Let's go down south and see what's going over here. Sure. Yep. Alright. Uh-huh. There's nothing else here. Alright. Well, let's just grit our teeth and bear it. Okay. That's my fault. 100%. Okay. I gotta play this a lot slower. It's not gonna hit this one. Yes, found the weakness. It doesn't hit this corner too, right? Thread and needles. Excellent. That's it? I want that to be it. Please let it be it. Okay, that's not as bad as I anticipated. Dude, I have memories. I don't know. Oh, now I remember what it was. I was playing Donkey Kong Country, and I got to the spider level, and I was just wondering to myself, dude, what person said that when playing Donkey Kong Country that we needed to create a core memory in these children when, you know, they kill one spider and then a bunch of other spiders come out of it. Ugh, nasty. Whoa. I wasn't paying attention. I guess I could go down that path. The issue is, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I go down there and I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to here in a reasonable amount of time. I guess I am, because, you know, by nature of Metroidvanias, you kind of have to. You know what? It would be a long time for me to run all the way back to armored stag guy, so let's just take a leap. Oh, snap. Sorry. I didn't realize I almost landed on you. There's a place to enter in the middle of this? Okay. That's good.
Oh, title.
I don't even know what voice to give this guy. Oroyov, you wield your nail like a club. MZ, how much deeper do we have to go?
Papa.
What? Who are you? I see. Soul's village. What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I ever would have woken. I'm sly. Usually I have an uneventful life up in Dirtmouth. The air in these ruins don't agree with me, so I'd best be getting back. If you return above and come and see me, I'm probably the friendliest face left there, and I can thank you properly for your good deed.
Divolem, mas.
You're exploring then? Very brave. Plenty of courageous wanderers have been lost to the hunger of those old caverns. You have your nail though, and I can tell just by looking at you, you know how to handle it. Alright, whatever. I'm so happy that these Steam notifications are not able to be seen on stream. Why do these things exist? Thanks for taunting me. Alright, well, that wasn't as big of a detour as I expected it to be. What's to the left again? Yes. Oh, right. This thing. I want to see what the game has to say about it. I'm sticking to it. I know that doesn't make much sense, but that's the way I want to play it. Excuse me. So I go top, left, and keep heading left. Really gonna say that was cool. That was awesome. I gotta say, like, this music is very, I guess, atmospheric is the word. The first thing that came to mind was subdued, due to the fact that how, like, it's not very played up at all. Ow. And I guess that's on purpose because it's trying to sell that this ancient dead civilization is ancient, and in fact dead. Also, okay. So I wanted to talk about this earlier, but I kept forgetting because I was busy talking. But the factoid of this, like the lighting engine in this game is super interesting. The fact that in certain areas, like, if you look at the corners of the screen, it's actually very dark. But wherever the Hollow Knight, I guess it's very bright. And I think it's like really cool, specifically for areas where that light is correct word, insert correct word. I don't know, there's like a cave at the beginning of the game. I thought it was really interesting how the light didn't, like, dimmed on the outside, and it dimmed on the outside of the cave, and I couldn't see what was outside anymore. Ow, by the way. That. 4 attack. Hold up. Okay. Are you sure there's nothing beyond that path? had to camouflage itself. I didn't see it. Whoa. Okay. Turns into a bomb at the last second. I remember that. Okay, you know what? I'm playing this too much like Metroid. I gotta stop going left and go right. And then start going right, left, right, left. Why didn't I look down? That was stupid. Oh, I didn't think you'd do that. Take that. So are these dudes infected with something? Like, why are certain ones not, and why are certain ones gassed up and certain ones aren't? It's been a long time without hitting a bench. Well, a bench that I knew of. Dude! Alright, fine. Kind of interesting design. You know, design around the fact that I can always heal myself. So they put things like that in there, and I couldn't have possibly seen it coming. I don't know what to make of that. It is interesting. Always gotta check the corners. You never know. Some coins here. Oh, okay. Map updated for this area, but there's no map to update. Alright, if I'm playing this game wrong, I might. Oh, it's the protagonist of Hollow Knight Silk Song. How do you do? Wait, can I make that jump? Hang on. I wish I made a jump. I apologize for going quiet. I'm like thinking to myself, did I head down the... Did I head down... I'm trying to remember if I went down the right path with the giant armor bug. I did. But I don't know. There was like a lot of things at the moment to keep in mind, including that place that was inaccessible to my current level of jumping prowess. So like, I'm gonna be able to get back to the dirt, right? Oh. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that that the map will only update. I can only get map since I've been. That would make the most sense for me. So like I can hit this one, but what would that accomplish? I don't think it would accomplish anything. In fact, I don't even think I have to take those guys out. Actually, I don't have to take anything in this game. I can literally run past them, except bosses. Ow. This is such a weird feeling, dude. I mean, but it has to be, right? In order for the game to be designed the way... Oh. Hey! It's my friend the map maker. It's good, man.
Make him noise.
Isn't it what voice did I give this guy? Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such humid, lively place. Roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, though I must admit some of the area inhabitants prove quite a nuisance. Thank you. What the heck is that on the far left?
Oh, Dunjutsu
By
da.
the way, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Yeah, I should apologize for that. When you spend a lot of time by yourself, it's just your own thoughts, you forget the niceties of conversations. The name's Conifer. I've always loved exploring the world. Why? Well, when I first hatched, I wandered off immediately, leaving my brothers and sisters and poor mother behind. That's why, as soon as I moved to Dirtmouth with my wife, a huge, unending kingdom to explore right out on my doorstep, who can resist? Anyway, I'll let you return to your travels. For good luck, we'll meet again. Be safe. Farewell. What was I talking about here? Right, being able to heal myself after getting hit, period. It's such a weird feeling. At least I don't play a lot of games without having a limited type of resource, but this game does have a limited resource in soul gauge, but at the same time it's unlimited because if I can just keep above 1 HP and keep attacking my enemy, then who cares? But at the same time, like with the first boss, not all the time am I going to be able to just, hit my enemy and profit, because a lot of the times, or not a lot of the times, but in certain boss fights, bosses have armor, and I just can't get away with that. Where was the bench again? All the way over there. Do I need to slam this down? I don't think so. I mean, I can. That would probably do damage, and that would probably be awesome. But if I can get away with not destroying everything in sight, I'll do that. Yeah, totally intentional. That thing I just did. Did I? Yeah. Top of the morning. How do you do? Solo attack. Alright, see ya. I don't know. I like... It's not attacking. Oh. Tiny squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside to... No, I don't. Stalk, kill, to understand. Right? Then take it, my journal. It will aid you. At first, the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of the hunter. Thanks, I guess. Defeat enemies to add entries into the journal. Okay. Listen, little squib, you may have overcome a few creatures, but you're only just beginning. Don't delay. Descend into the... no, I'm good, actually. Actually, I've been screwing for an hour and 19 minutes. Do I keep going? I guess. this is like an interesting dance between as helpful as a game can possibly be in helping me find my way and like not quote unquote handholdy at all due to the fact that this map isn't fully fleshed out yet. Excuse me, I flesh it out with my travels, and that's an interesting aspect. That's an interesting aspect of the game itself. Because like I said, I'm familiar with Metroid more than any Metroidvania, and how do you say for the most part, Metroid is pretty. The Metroid games, after a certain period of time, will be what's the word I'm looking for? They'll tell you where to go. Not tell you where to go, but they're not trying to hide the information from you. They present you with maps and things of that nature, so that even though you get lost, you can find where you gotta go. Oh. Yeah, so they'll present you with information so you know where you are, but they won't necessarily help you get from place to place without familiarity in the place first and foremost. Ow. Oh shit. Dude, that hitbox was so active. What is this? Those who stray from the White King's road shall face the law of on what? Or is it something down there. Yeah, more level. Oh. Okay. Hold up. Should I stay on the beaten path or and get to the bench, or should I go exploring? Well, at some point, all of this is going to lead back to that at some point, right? Probably. Maybe. You guys in there? Hello? Huh? No. They're us. Whoa. Okay, so particularly animated stuff is interactable. I'll keep that in mind. This is cool. I like that. I like it when my enemy's projectiles is secretly my projectile. Another one of these rooms. Just get hit. Not me. Okay, but like I was saying earlier with the lighting engine, this is a really interesting room. I know I didn't explore the first one of these I entered into, but, you know, I'm technically doing some things in this game out of order, I think. Oh, goodness. I think that's my least favorite enemy design thus far. Oh. You must be joking. Dude. Alright, what if I jump and there's a low ceiling? No, there's a high ceiling. Oh, goodness. Dude. Alright. I'm gonna come back here. I don't know, something feels off. In a game where enemies can appear from literally anywhere, I don't trust pitch black rooms like that. I don't know, maybe there's gonna be like some kind of badge that helps me see in the dark, potentially. Oh. Okay. I did the thing. Okay, hang on. What if I do it while it's moving towards me? No! Well, I lost so much health. Okay, so my jump is a lot more powerful than I gave it credit for. I gotta keep that in mind when making my approach. Yeah, okay, yeah. So what I do is I make a singular jump. Stop. There we go. There we go. Haha. Yeah. What the heck was that? There's something down there. Whoa. Okay, you know what? I traveled too far. That's a path for another time. I didn't even see what was here. Oop, there we go. Okay, getting my practice in. Although now I have to wonder why I didn't just, you know, do that thing in that other area. I realized I need soul points, which, you know, these guys don't do it. Is this a bench? See. Okay. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. The fact that I went on an entirely different path and I'm still not closer to the next boss fight. That's Metroidvanias for you, you know. Can't necessarily help that. Got a vengeful spirit, got a city crest, and what is this? Oh, the journal, right. Okay, so there's Forgotten Crossroads, Dirt Mouth. Thanks, Car. Really appreciate that. Well, I've run out of the... Well, I can keep going, but I think right now is as good a place to call. So, thanks for watching. So, if you're new around here, at the end of every stream I go into the Bible and I ask people, hey, if you want to be saved, then stick around because I'll be praying a prayer of salvation, and you can say it along with. Now, this is a purely voluntary thing. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything of the sort. But I would like to say, you know, first and foremost, that Jesus Christ is coming back. A lot of people like to wait until the last minute in order to get their salvation. You know, when they're done living however they want to be living, they figure on their deathbeds that they, you know, it's a good time to get saved. But I will say this, the best time to get saved was yesterday. And then the second best time is today. Truthfully, nobody knows the day or the hour when their time is up. There are a lot of people out there in the world who would swear that they had years and years left. Not even out there in the world. There are people who are out there in the grave who would swear they had years and years left, and then one accident took them out in the blink of an eye. Not saying that's going to happen to anyone watching this, but with that being said, not only do people not know when their own time is up, nobody knows when the second coming of Jesus Christ is. And, you know, I was thinking about this earlier today. A long time ago, my dad and I used to work cleaning up a facility. I won't say what place in particular. But there was a rumor, not a rumor, this was information, an insider information that an audit was coming. We didn't know when the audit was coming, and for 3 months, at least I remember it to be 3 months, it might have been more now that I think about it. For 3 months, we were cleaning the place and cleaning the place and cleaning the place. Now, obviously, when something of that magnitude is there, you want to present the place as best as possible so that nothing goes wrong, right? But when you don't know the day of the audit, you're going to treat every day like it's today, right? The audit could be tomorrow. And we didn't know for 3 months, and then suddenly, one day, on the 4th or so month, it wasn't more than 4 months, but on the 4th month, the audit suddenly came. Why am I saying this? Because, well, in Jesus' words, no man knows the hour nor the day when he'll be coming back. That is a very, in my opinion, it's a very frightening sentence. And I don't say that to, imbue fear into anyone. I'm saying of the fact that because it can be any day of any week, any minute of any second that Jesus Christ could come back. And what happens when he comes back? Well, he raptures the church out of here, and then comes hell on earth. That is a Cliff Notes version. There's more to it than that, but effectively that's what most people need to know in the grand scheme of things. So why in and of itself should you get saved? Well, I'm sure you as a person have done stuff that you're not proud of. And I don't know, maybe you're a good person. Maybe, you pay your taxes, you say hi to everyone on the street, hopefully, unless you're from New York. I shouldn't say that for the people of New York, even though it's kind of true. But, maybe, you're this, you're that, you're good in all of your ways in comparison to your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. You're this one, you're that one, you're a good person. But at some point, you slipped, you fell, you said something you didn't want to say, you thought something you didn't want to thought, you felt entitled to be a way that in a sense you knew was bad, but you did it anyways. For that reason is why we need Jesus Christ as a Savior, because that moment is a sin that stains a person's life, and that stain does not come off by our own righteousness, no matter how much we want it to, no matter how much we try, no matter how much we do X, Y, or Z. There is no amount of effort that can wipe away sin. The only thing that can wipe away sin is the blood of Jesus. Hence why he went up on the cross and was crucified for us. His death imbued righteousness to everyone. And just because it imbued righteousness to everyone, it only activates when you take part in it. When you say, I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior, and wipe me clean with the blood of Jesus. If you do not do that, then what's the best example I can make of this? Well, shortened to the point, if you don't do that, it's not going to be activated for you. There's certain things, certain words, certain things in your life that, okay, I got it. Say your grandmother gave you an inheritance of something, like a check, right? So you have a check from your grandmother. If you don't cash that check in, it doesn't matter. You might as well say $0, right? Because unless you activate it, unless you do something about it, it's just a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper with potential, but it's just a piece of paper until you activate that potential. So, with that being said, as it says in Romans 10:9, if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in his heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. With the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. For the scripture saith, whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed. In layman's terms, it's very simple. All you have to do is say, Jesus, I repent of my sins, and I make him my Lord and my Savior. And you believe that God had rose him on the third day, and you shall be saved. Why is it important to believe that he rose on the third day? First off, the scripture said so. Second off, it's because Jesus has eternal life. it's one thing to believe in a religion. It's another thing to believe in Jesus. Because Jesus is life. I feel like that's an entirely different conversation, but it's huge in and of itself. Long story short, no other religious folk person has ever risen again from the grave, but through the act of coming back, Jesus has shown that he has had power over the grave. There is nothing that by any means of this world, of a person who believes in Jesus should be afraid of death anymore, because he defeated the grave. I did not plan to say most of that, but hey, here we are. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then.